All right. Welcome, everyone. It is time for Saviors of the Sword Coast, the Stormbreakers, who are getting broken. So let's see how this is going to go. It is September 3rd, and we are continuing with episode 21 of season 4. Wow. A lot of episodes. 4 seasons worth of episodes. I don't know how many are in each season. Some got pretty high, pretty far up there. But we are on 21 now of this season 4, which is all about divine contention and how these goons are working their way through the epic conflict that centers right on the little town they happen to be staying in, between two fanatic cults of different evil gods that are vying for control over the Sword Coast, or at least this town, for various reasons. I have asked AI to try to give me a summary of last week's session, so we're going to see how well it did. The session began with the party defending Leylon from an overwhelming assault at the North Gate. The heroes had barely regrouped when barbarians and undead surged through the it's already wrong. Surged through the flames and battered gates. It wasn't through the gate yet. However, the undead were coming from across the marsh, from the Mirror of Dead Men, and the North Gate was being assaulted by anchorites of Talos, barbarians, right? Half orcs and whatnot. Um, and so the battle was fierce, with Zith attempting to distract a bone claw to protect a trapped victim, while Caneus grew to the size of a small giant, maybe even a medium sized giant, depending on what kind of giant you're talking about, to physically hold the gates closed. Meanwhile, Ezra bolstered the group's resolve, making them immune to fear, and also cast Spirit Guardians to slow down the enemy if they came through the gate. Um, Ozus had already placed a um,
Blade.
blade barrier
Yeah,
across
Blade.
them across there too. And we ended the session before last with some kind of Kraken priestess or something, some Talosian priestess casting a dispel magic on the blade barrier as the enemy started to. They'd already busted the gate open, but they were taking some serious damage from those flickering blades, and so they were now getting ready to pour through. But just as that was starting to happen, the heroes had held off the they held the gates closed long enough to allow sailors that had come from the party's battleship to come in from the coast, as well as more Neverwinter soldiers and a few of the townspeople to come in and bolster the efforts of the existing crew that were already there. So with that, so as that battle progressed, the party noticed war drums pounding from the north, and they also heard that. Let's see, they the drummers were the source of the storm that was also forming, and lightning began striking. The party decided to leave the North Gate in the hands of the newly arrived reinforcements and confront the um, the drummers. They also left the town center to be overwhelmed by enemy coming from the swamp and the south, etc. They had gotten there, and barbarians were there as well. And also, the dragon Ebondeath had flown in over the town. They'd seen that happening as they were headed out to take care of these um, drummers that were to the north. Well, they managed to beat down the drummers, and from there, they ended the deadly lightning strikes that they were causing to strike the end of the town and waste the allied forces. But also, the situation got worse. The Dracolich Ebondeath in the body of Old Gnawbone, Clog Iliamatar, um, again came in over Leyland and began to land at the top of Thalavar's tower. So the party then also saw people were trying to escape the town that was becoming untenable to maintain, but instead of helping the poor villagers to get out of town and form kind of this last line of defense to allow them to escape, they instead decided to just charge right in at the ancient green dragon possessed by a Dracolich. If I made that clear, just how many challenge ratings this thing could possibly be. And went headlong right into flying. So Zith caused 3 of the characters to be able to fly, while he and Ozus started to try to hoof it back out of the forest and to the fence wall where they were, and they're trying to run around to the northeast entrance of Leylon to join in the fight from the ground. There was one fire. Oh, also they did notice that the swords of Leylon, there were 3 spectral warriors in the air fighting against Ebondeth as well. But Ebondeth swiped them aside with a spectral tail, knocking them out of the sky. They're ghosts, though. It's not going to hurt much to hit the ground if they ever get there. However, Ezra takes the brunt of one nasty breath weapon of necrotic energy from this green Draco dragon, right? The Dracolich. And then as the 3 flying characters approached, Ebondeth jumped off of the tower and positioned himself so that one major blast of breath weapon could have hit all 3 of them, and he did. So the 2 were able to survive that, but Ezra, it being his second failed saving throw against a breath weapon, was dropped to 0 hit points, and he plummets directly out of the sky. So it says Ezra, caught in the direct line of the attack, took the full brunt of damage, the necrotic energy overwhelming him, dropping him to 0 hit points. Unconscious, Ezra plummeted from the sky, his limp form hurtling toward the ground. And the session ended with the shocking image of Ezra's body falling through the air, leaving the fate of the battle and his survival hanging in the balance. Whew, right? So that's where we left off, with Ezra basically hitting the ground, because it takes there's enough time to fall that fast from 120 feet up. That would amount to, I think, 12 more dice of damage. But when you're already at 0, what that's going to do is basically bring you to the point of so close to death. We're crossing off, I said mistakenly last week, 1 failed death save, but when you're already unconscious and you take damage, you actually lose 2 death saves. So that is where Ezra is. He's fallen right through the roof of one of the buildings in town, and has fallen basically to his death. He'll have 1 more death save to make. And if he fails that, then Ezra will move on to the city of the dead.
I didn't happen to land in Leylon's mattress factory.
At the mattress factory, that's exactly right. But there was a P underneath them all, and that was just too much for him.
Of course.
Right. All right, so we will begin. Oh, we also have had 2 journal entries written this week. So Zith and Kineas will both have the option of taking an extra action or getting a re-roll and take the better of the 2, kind of like an inspiration, but after the fact. We call that a DM inspiration. And so you'll have that opportunity, possibly use one of those. So I've got currently Dragon and Kineas at 160 feet in the air. And I think that Cassius
can I
is
ask a
roughly
question?
the same. Yeah. Go ahead.
You said Ezra's in that shape because he was killed by the breath weapon in the air, and then he fell and took
He was
more
already unconscious,
damages.
and so he loses two death saves
He was unconscious when? Sorry,
in
that's
the
the part I
air
don't understand.
before he hit the
Before he hit
ground.
the ground.
So hitting the ground made him fail two death
Oh,
saves
got it.
automatically.
I see.
By
Got it.
some
Okay.
by some rules, and perhaps by the rules as written, he would be dead because of the amount of damage hitting the ground would do. That it would just kill him outright, right? Like a coup de grace. But in this case, he's going to fail two death saves. So he has one death save left, one critical roll of the d20 between life and death. It's a 50-50 chance. And of course, if he rolls a 20, he can stabilize. So maybe there were mattresses in that building.
And how? Well, I guess I'll just do this on my turn. So yeah, great. Okay.
You are a great
Ezra, we're
distance
coming.
away. There is no way, even if you spend two actions, you would be able to get to him in time.
And,
Even
yeah,
if I
but-
went in a straight line.
It's just too far.
Are
Like
you
if you were to
sure?
teleport to the other side.
That's what
of
I
the-
mean.
Like if you were to use your
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
what,
That's what I'm
what
getting at.
spell would you use?
I have a free casting of Misty Step.
Dimension Door? No. Misty Steps? That's
Misty
30
Step.
feet.
Yeah.
I think Dimension Door
Yep,
is
and
60
then
feet.
I-
That would help.
So he's dead.
So it would be bonus action. It would be bonus action, Misty Step, and then I'd have 60 feet of movement. No action, but 60 feet of movement after that.
Yeah. No, that's
Right?
still
'Cause my
not
movement and my
qu-
action.
Yeah, not quite enough.
And Jim,
How
two
far
questions.
away is he from me?
Ozus, you're a little further away.
Same.
Yeah, you guys are near each other. I would say you're probably 30 or 40 feet away from each other on the ground, running as fast as you can, I'm assuming,
No.
around the fence, but you're staying out of sight. I think Zith is trying to stay behind the fence
Yeah.
while he runs kind of out of sight, out of mind. While the other two, used to be three, were trying to keep the dragon busy until the rest of you can come together. I think that was your basic strategy. Does that about sum it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to unpause. Sorry, left it paused. All right. So let me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so two questions. One, we can use our DM inspirations on death saves, correct?
That is a very good question because you actually can, because it's any dice roll.
Yes. And my other question is, if I remember correctly, you said we can give them to people as long as we call it beforehand.
Yes. Well, no, you can give to him after the fact too.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this.
So you could use your DMI to each of you. There's two DMIs on the table here. You could each use it to help him make his next saving throw, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it can be used, but if you have a grim portent available still, right? A not so grim portent to give him, maybe that works for that die roll. I don't know. Is it any die roll, or is it a particular attack or saving throw? What is it?
Are you talking to me?
To Zith.
Sorry, Jim. You've made us fight 3 battalions of people, and now we're fighting a Dracula. I have nothing left. I have no grim portent.
No portents of any
They've
kind.
long since been squandered. No.
Grim or otherwise.
Nope.
Has anyone still got their bardic inspiration left?
Yes, I do.
I don't think I ever had one.
I don't. And could you use a bardic inspiration on a death save because you're dying?
I don't think so.
So the other thing
Saying that-
is that we don't realize Ezra's dead. I don't know Ezra's dead.
You
You
and I
guys
saw
saw
him
me
fall from the
falling
sky.
We
from
saw
the
him
sky,
fall, but we don't know
so-
what happened.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
his
You would probably assume.
unconscious body fell from the sky. He ragdolled and just like plummeted head over heels down into the ground because he was just blasted by a necrotic breath weapon. All right.
Ooh, necrotic weapons.
Necrotic breath weapon. All right, so let's begin at the beginning of
Begin at the
Ezra's
beginning.
death. Ezra, as your vision fades, the darkness is pierced by a warm amber glow. The light grows stronger, enveloping you in its comforting embrace. You feel the weight of your injuries lift, as if there was nothing more than dust on the wind about you. The ground beneath you turns solid and familiar, the cold stone of a dwarven forge. The clang of a hammer striking an anvil echoes through the space, each strike resonating in your soul. As you open your eyes, you find yourself in a grand hall, the walls lined with weapons and armor of exquisite craftsmanship. The ceiling, impossibly high, glows with the light of molten lava flowing through channels in the rock. At the center of the hall stands a massive forge, and before it, a figure looms, Moradin, the All-Father, the Soul Forger. Moradin's presence, which you have experienced before, is overwhelming. A towering figure with a beard of fire and his eyes like burning coals. His hands are calloused, yet they move with the precision of a master craftsman, shaping a glowing ingot on the anvil before him. Sparks fly with every strike, illuminating the intricate runes etched into the walls. Without turning, his voice deep and resonant, he speaks. Ezra, son of the mountain, forged in the fires of battle, you stand at the anvil's edge, where life and death are but molten metal awaiting shape. You have fought with the strength of iron, but even the strongest steel can be bent, can break. He turns to face Ezra, his eyes locking into the cleric's with an intensity that burns through the very core of his being. But ye are not alone. Ye carry the weight of your ancestors and their hammer strikes alongside yours. The path before you is treacherous, filled with shadows that seek to extinguish your flame. Yet within you burns a light that no darkness can snuff out. A fire, kindled by faith, that can forge a path through the storm. He gestures toward the shimmering image of the molten forge, a vision of future battles. You see your companions locked in a fierce combat against towering skeletal figures, their eyes burning with unholy light. Among them looms the dead figure of Ebendeth, its massive form cloaked in the darkness of undeath. But the shadows lengthen, and Ebendeth stares from his slumber. Your fate and that of your companions are entwined with this doom. But remember, Ezra, you hold a spark, a weapon forged not of steel, but of ingenuity and courage. The image shifts to reveal a small circular item with a keyhole and a key. Its intricate mechanisms and runes glowing with latent power. This, my boy, is the key. A tool not meant for crafting, but for unmaking. When the time comes, let it fly true, and let it strike where it will do the most harm. But be warned. The path to that moment is fraught with peril. Stand firm, for your enemies will seek to turn your strength against you and to twist your faith into doubt. Moradin places a hand on your shoulder, Ezra.
Mhm.
The warmth of the touch spreads through your entire body, filling you with a renewed strength and purpose. Don't forget to swallow. Don't forget to swallow. Telling you, boy. You've got to drink. Let's skip over right now to the others who are flying toward Ebendeth or engaging with him right now. All right, so currently we are at Cassius. Go, boy, go! What you gonna do?
All right, I will go invisible.
Brave.
Well, 18
No.
hit points against a dragon.
What's a bard to do? Perfect. All right, so you're gonna go
Let me play him a
in-
song.
invisible. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? We're still kind of theater the minding it with real general placement of these tokens on the board.
All right, yes, I am invisible, and if I can, once I go invisible, I'll try to drink a potion of healing, but if I can get that also as an action or bonus action, whatever the case is.
Okay. So what is it? Tell me
A
again.
bonus action to drink your own thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. If you have a potion handy, you're not digging around in your backpack for it, then it's a bonus action.
And you can move.
And you have how many feet of
See-
flight? Is it
60.
50 feet? Okay.
Ugh.
Hello?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm still here. It's not letting me use my potion for some reason.
Rude.
Is it your turn? Is it? Yeah.
Did you
It's your
target
turn.
yourself?
I did, but
I
yeah,
see that now. Yep.
it just says using this potion will consume its final charge and will be destroyed, but it's not. It's
that's
like
it, huh?
superimposed over everything else.
I see. Well, let's see. Maybe I can help you out here. Features, inventory. And you have a potion. You have a lot of potions. Why do you have so many potions?
I don't know. I do for whatever reason.
I wonder if
Good.
it's synchronized and duplicated it some, yeah? I don't know. Anyway, so if you use this potion, you must target a token before rolling. Okay, so I'm going to target you and see what happens if I do it. Target and then use the potion. All right, so it comes up with a dialogue, asks me to roll and then consume and then use ability. That looks like it worked. You got 14 hit points back.
All right, fantastic.
Not bad.
All right, yeah, then I will definitely move away.
Okay. Yeah, about so that's like 2 squares is 60 feet, roughly.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we'll like
Each week it gets worse.
that's 3 times. So if each is 10,
It was
it's 3 times.
each square started at 10 feet.
Yeah,
Then
and
it was
like,
15
that's
feet,
not
and
10
now
feet.
it's like, yeah, it's getting worse. It's getting worse.
Those are little tiny houses. This is actually a fairy village.
Yeah, so I'm invisible. I get the potion,
Okay.
and then that's my turn here. So
Cool. And I think there is a status you can give yourself that is invisible. So see if you can find that in your little stat.
Go
You know how
under
to do that?
effects if you have that
You-
floating.
or just right click
Ma-
and you can maybe try invisibility. I don't know. Otherwise, yeah, maybe it's under one of your features, class features or something.
It's under if you go to the floating bar up top that says effects, there's an invisible one there if you
I
want
do
to.
see that, and I've got it
I'm on
added. I don't know if it's doing it, but
Oh, cool.
Okay.
No,
it
that should be good.
it is on my character. So
I see. It is on there now. It says you're invisible. That's perfect. That's it. That's useful because it will try to, affect the automation if it can. All right, Ezra. You've hit the ground. I need you right now
Ooh.
to make a death save.
Now there's not a lot of pressure here.
Yeah, there's pressure. There's pressure. All right. Let's see it. Ezra?
Yeah. I hope he didn't
Yeah.
actually die.
He's like trying to possess his laptop.
Daddy.
Ezra's dying and
He's trying to turn into it. How do I turn into a Dracolich?
We'll find out soon.
See? He rage
think
quit
your
the
first
game.
thing
All right, he's back.
I think the first thing you need to do is be a dragon, so that's gonna be hard.
Okay.
All right, Ezra.
All right, so how do I do a death save? Remind me.
On your character sheet, there is a. Let me see if I can find it for you. There is a death save.
I think I just did my
I
turn
think
at
it's the a little icon
It
with the guy.
Just
going up.
says death saves. It's right on your, the same where your
Oh, there we
attributes are and stuff. If you
I
click
think
that,
you have
it
to go
should.
back because I think I accidentally just ended my turn.
I just did it. You're all good, dude. It should be your turn.
says-
Okay, it looks like it's your turn.
Pressure.
No. I'll back up and go forward if you're stuck. All right. All right. Oh, a little lag.
Oh,
there we
it's
go.
you
No.
roll a 1?
Do you want to do it or should I?
Okay, can I?
He
You
rolled
should
a
do it.
1.
No, I will. This kills me. Yeah, I will do it. Yep, do it. You get another
Yeah.
roll, man.
Yes.
Okay, so you get to re-roll.
So all of this Moradin warm feeling hasn't moved him out of death save or die situation.
How are you rolling 1 to 6? Are you rolling a D6?
I'm literally
Yeah,
just clicking.
Sure I
No,
can still get him
seriously.
on, right?
Like if we were playing Call of Cthulhu or something like that, people would be losing it right now.
Yeah.
Jim,
Yeah.
again, Ezra, do it again.
All right. There goes the other DMI.
I didn't see his second roll.
I'm at the 20.
Oh, there we go.
1, 6, and 20. Take a snapshot of this.
Boom!
That was so worth the DMI. Ezra, that
So
Right.
worth it.
yeah, so
1,
worth it.
6, and 20. How does that's like? I love it.
I
So
guess
good.
Ezra at this point would just.
That was so worth putting the DMI on.
That is like
YouTube,
One-
you are welcome.
20.
Oh, well.
Wow.
annoying. Okay.
You have to. You got to play the lottery tomorrow.
So that's
All right.
right to stable,
Oh,
right?
that might have been all
He-
my luck.
he's
Yeah,
not-
Yeah, that's
he's
even
not-
one hit point.
That's more. Yeah, we're going to give him more than.
He's 1 hit point. He's conscious, and not dying. He's back in the game.
Wow.
What you need to do now is hide so we can find you and really heal you.
Yeah.
He
I
can
would-
heal himself, I think, no?
I could, but I don't think I could do anything else on this turn.
Oh, yeah. That
No.
I don't know, Jim.
That was your
Yep.
last. That was the end of your turn when you make your death save.
Yep.
I cannot
He's
believe
lying there. He just.
my DMI just saved Ezra's life.
That's right. Your
You
lifesaver.
almost didn't write that journal, right? Because I know you wrote yours after I wrote mine, and it was late. I was like, "Oh my god, we are
Oh, yeah,
going
yeah.
Dracula. We need all the help we can get."
Yeah, no, I remember this morning today was the game. Like, you know what? I need an extra action to beat this thing. I don't think my action would have been as good as what Ezra just did.
Okay, so I'm not going to cheat the game, right? All Zith would have seen is Ezra fall from the sky, and Zith would totally freak out, realizing that Ezra is the only party member that has significantly contributed to life-saving duties. Zith would bamf 30 feet directly towards where he saw him fall, and he would dash to see how close he could get to him.
Okay,
So
you're
I don't know
going
what
to
that looks like.
teleport across to the other side of the fence. Do you have to be able to see where you're going, doing a misty step? Seems like it.
Oh,
has to be to a-
that is fair. That is fair. That is a fair point.
Where
That is
you
a fair
can
point. You do have to see. You do have to see. Yep.
So you could
teleport to the top
Could I
of the
see a
fence.
roof?
teleport,
Could I see a roof?
not from the other side of the fence. So you could teleport to the top of the fence.
Yeah. And then jump down.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will teleport to the top of the fence, and I will use my ring of jumping to jump as far as I flipping can with my action. And then with my movement, I would move another 30 feet. That's bonus action, movement action.
Okay. All right. So I think you could get probably.
Sure. All the
Okay.
meantime, like trying to stay out of Eben Death's sight, maybe closed up against him. I mean, just, hugged up against some buildings. I mean, he would have
Right.
seen me on the fence if he was looking. There is utter chaos going on around us. I think he has his hands full.
there's
But
Fighting in the streets too.
fighting in the
And-
streets, citizens
No,
are
Dan-
rushing
Are they
out.
dancing in the streets?
Feralite, Stormsworns on one side. It's mayhem. So if he notices me, cool. But I would
Right.
jump to the top of the fence, knowing that I was out, and then I would jump and dash.
I will also say there was a giant AS right in his face.
Yes.
All right.
However,
so
Jim
let's-
wants to play it, he can play it.
Just
But
however.
I'll give you a stealth. I'll give you a
Thank
stealth roll. I mean, if you can sleep at night, Jim, I trust you.
Well, I think our first
Not
one
the
was
greatest stealth roll of my life. No, a 16. Not terrible.
Okay.
Okay, so that's my turn. I'll be
Jim, why
heading
don't you
towards
play?
Ezra, not knowing what is happening.
Why did you roll a D12 with Tenaeus?
Because you just happened to be selected when I rolled it.
Okay.
Just
No
pay
need
no
for-
attention to the D12 behind the curtain.
It's a disintegrate spell, just waiting to happen. Okay.
That's right.
Okay, cool.
There's
So
a
what-
blinding flash of lightning as it strikes a nearby house. Oh, it's the building that Ezra fell through. The roof instantly catches fire. Flames leap into the sky as the storm rages overhead. Inside the cellar, let's see. There's also others in this building too. They, are terrified. Okay. So the building catches on fire.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good thing for me in some ways, but
All right. Yes, Kineas, it's your turn.
Question: are the ghosts back yet?
Not this round.
Okay then. Then first thing I'm gonna do is I gotta select myself. Bonus action. And Anea is still within 100 feet of me, right?
Sure.
Okay, so that gives me 20 hit points. So I am now back officially right above half my health.
All right. Cool.
Today, Wings Calamos for a second because both blades are connected to a chain, so it doesn't need to worry about that. Takes out of his cloak of many fashions, a concealed potion of greater healing, chugs it, catches Calamos again, and then I will swing on Ebendeath. I don't suppose a 16 does not hit.
Go. Well, that hits.
Okay, and I also roll an extra d4 damage. Is my thing. And I'm going to hit him with Fire Rip.
Oh, just 3 damn.
But he fails.
Nope, because we have a legendary action. So, legendary save. So we're going to re-roll that. That is a...
Hey, I made him burn one of his legendary resistance, which is awesome. Really good.
Strength.
I was gonna say
saving
YouTube.
throw.
Keep track, you home gamers. That's one.
All right. So strength saving throws saves.
But he still
Not
takes an extra
restrained.
3 radiant damage. If that means anything. If that's important.
Oh. Very good. So that damage is already applied. So he's good on that. All right.
And that is my turn. How much damage did I do to him anyway?
He basically says, and you can hear down below Zith, he says,
3, 7.
"You are like gnats to me, gnats. Soon the ruin stone will also be mine."
But guess what, buddy? Gnats can kill people if they get into their stomachs. And if they're carrying the right kind of disease and stuff. I'm not good at this. I am very tired, okay? Just die.
Zith's blood runs cold. Like, ugh. It's worse than he'd foreseen.
Yes, Kineas did have a terrible comeback.
Oh, what the hell was that roll? I don't know what's happening. Those are not. I'm not doing anything. I'm sorry.
Is that your
Yeah,
boast
this view again?
roll?
I'm sorry. I'm literally trying to figure out something about my bow staff. I'm just going to do it in a different tab. Sorry.
As we can see the damage.
Ignore
That's
ignore those rolls.
pay no attention.
It is not my turn. I should not be rolling. I need to find one
That's
thing.
right.
Persisting or
right.
something.
All right. So,
Okay.
Ezra, you feel dampness on your lips, on your mouth. And as the forge begins to fade away, you just hear Morden go, "Drink, boy, drink." What do you do?
I drink. Whatever
All right.
the moistness is, I drink it up.
You open your eyes and you see Zamara crouched over you, trying to force this liquid down your throat.
Looks like you
Take it
just
away.
needed a spoonful of sugar, darling.
Hey, what?
What a surprise twist.
What?
Oh, just in the
Plot
nick of
twist.
time. I was like looking. I'm like, why are there so many people in this room?
I literally was like, Jim has finally lost it.
He's gonna kill us all tonight.
He's just making up shit now.
All right. So you have 18 more hit points as you swallow this potion of greater healing. You'll need to add that
Oh,
to your character
and you give it
sheet
to-
yourself.
You give it to the
The
dragon.
building.
Take it away.
The building is on fire. The building is on fire. So Zamara, roll initiative. Oh, you might
Alright.
be on the board first. Hold on.
No problem.
Welcome back, girl.
Where the heck have you been?
Ah,
You're not
Cody.
even there. Be quiet.
Well, yeah.
Right.
well, I'll tell you when
There you
you're
go.
in a close hearing range. There we go.
Give her all of her hit points. Come on, she just showed up.
Is she hurting? Oh well. Hold on.
35 of
Yeah,
99.
that was
Come on.
completely. I think
It
It was a rough
you-
night. It was a rough night.
You can have. Well, that might represent some of the damage that you've taken just getting into the town. All right.
Hmm.
But there you go. We'll say that you managed to sneak in. All right. So from here, we're going to go to the next round. And Ozus, for some weird reason, you're at the top of the chart. So go for it. What do you want to do?
All right. Well, I'm going to try to head towards the tower as quick as possible. I
Okay,
think
what are you
that's
going to do? Try to scale the fence? Or are
Yeah.
you going to run around to the front?
Well,
Like,
which
you
would be
could
quicker?
go- So if you run this direction, then that's probably the closest entrance into the town where there's a break in the gate, in the fence.
If I were to go over the fence, how long is that going to take me?
You'll have to make an athletics check, and you'll be at the top of the. It's an action to climb the fence, so you'll get your movement plus you'll take your action, and that's it.
But once I get on the other side, like, can I mentally know that it's quicker to do it one way or the other?
Yeah, it's probably a shorter to climb the fence.
Okay, so then let's go for that
That's
little.
an athletics check, and it's pretty difficult because it's a palisade.
Can I give
so-
myself guidance?
Yeah.
That does probably that uses your action though. Oz, if you want to jump down and like dash or something, you won't be able to do that. You can do both.
Well, is guidance an action, or is it a
Guidance
bonus
is an
action?
action.
Guidance is a cantrip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
an action.
is it an
yeah.
action
Yes.
or a bonus action?
Yeah, I think it's an action.
Yeah, it's a touching action.
Yeah,
Okay,
It's
so
the
that's going to
touching
use your action. So you'll be able to give
Sorry,
yourself
YouTube.
guidance. Give yourself guidance, but you will then can't actually scale the fence. You can scale the fence next time with guidance.
Nah, I'll just take my chances then.
All right, roll for it.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Oh,
All the DMIs have been used.
shit balls.
Well,
That's
do you only bring up our
He still has
sponsor?
his movement. Still has his movement. He could run knowing that he
So basically, I run and that's like I
yeah. See,
stop.
you're having a hard time getting up the muddy banks you just keep tripping and sliding. So you can spend your movement, so you can move a couple of squares over to the right, and then you don't get a bonus action to dash. So you used your action, so you get your movement. You can move 30 feet.
Yeah, so I'll move closer to the, like I stumbled and I moved closer to the,
Like over here. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
And our sponsor tonight is even a tiefling's infernal heritage can't protect them from germs. So with the sandy hands, you'll resist the plague just like another fireball. Okay, gang.
Wonderful. All right, Zamar, the building's on fire. There are also people in the cellar that were terrified that a dwarf just came through the roof and then a lightning bolt shortly after. What do you do?
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to get everyone out of the cellar
Okay.
and just say, we got to get out of here. This place is on fire.
All right. So you begin to shuffle those people up and out of there. Let's see. But they turn on move. They know the enemy is near. Fire spreads, fear shifts from the soldiers outside of the inferno above. All right, so yeah, the roof starts to collapse because the beams are, it's not a great building to begin with, because it's not one that's been, fixed up a lot. All right, so you start getting people out of the cellar while Ezra gets up on his feet and gets ready to go. It's now the dragon's turn. You just hit the dragon. The dragon is going to probably just return the favor. So let's see how this goes. You are targeted. It is going to... I don't think it's recharged. Let's see.
Oh, thank God.
How many rounds are the Swords of Leylon not going to be here?
This round.
Come back to
So last
But
round
that-
they also weren't here, just to be clear.
That's correct. This round they're going to be here.
And this round they're going to be here. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So you guys can make they just haven't gotten anyone yet who's really going to be affected by the swords yet. So Cassius, you can, you get 3 help actions. Okay. But to share between those who are fighting the dragon. All right. So, all right. So we're going to use tail attack. Yeah, probably wing attack. That might be. All right. So, yep. All right. So he's going to do a claw attack on you first, Caneus. And that looks like it's going to be a hit, sir.
No, I chose the wrong thing. Sorry. I wanted to do runic shield.
What does that do?
I have to re-roll.
He has to reroll. Okay. That worked out.
Nice.
Good use of runic shield. All right.
Yeah.
It's going to snap its jaws at you. What do you want to do with that?
Nothing I can do. I use my 1 bonus action. My 1 reaction.
All right. He hits you hardcore with a big old nasty bite. You're going to take 18 points of damage.
Are they on top of the tower? Like
They're
we can-
flying in the air. They're flying in the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Around the
Um,
tower then.
Yeah. So 4 of those. So 14 is piercing damage. 4 is poison damage.
So I regain 2 hit points then.
Because you take
I don't
half
have-
from poison. Yep. Yeah. So give yourself 2 back.
Yeah, I really need to get that the shield rune out. But
Right. And then he whips around with a tail attack. It's going to do 17 more points of damage. All right, and so it knocks you back a little bit, like you did with the things, but not too much. You're still easily within melee range. Knocks you back. All right, that is going to end the dragon's turn. Invisible Man, what are you going to do?
Explain to me my 3 help actions.
You can use one of them. You have a total of 3 as a party that you can use. So Kineas can use a help action. You can. It basically just gives you advantage, right? So you can just roll your attack with advantage. A sort of Leylon will be assisting you.
All right, I was going to do a.
And do they also attack or no? Or do they just
No,
provide the
they're
help action?
providing help
assuming they're-
actions. Yeah.
Got it.
I will. I'm going to get within 60 feet and cast Dissonant Whispers on this thing.
Okay. Wham.
Let's see, is he targeted? All right,
Yep.
there we go. And it should be.
And if that's it to
it
hit,
might-
you can roll with advantage.
For whatever reason, it's my.
What's wrong?
Just like before, it's like my thing is superimposed across the rest of my character sheet, so it doesn't. All right, I'll try.
What's superimposed? What is that?
It's like it was supposed to be a level 2, so it would be 46.
Oh, it didn't. So you up?
So roll one more d6.
All right.
But on a successful, so that was 3 more d6.
Yeah, and I clicked on 1d6. So I don't know why I did that. There we
Maybe
go.
when your turn is over, you can like refresh the page, right?
All right.
And that may reload to reload the BT and see what that fixes what's wrong. All right, so it says here, target must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes the damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. So it says on a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away. So it made it save.
The damage is
half
6?
Damage.
So it was
15,
15 plus 4, so 19, half
so
of that, yeah.
9 points of damage.
Moving away would have been good.
Okay. Well, that's 9 hit points less than it has now. All right, Ezra,
Oh no. I'm pleased.
you've used half your movement to stand up and move. The rest is getting out of the building, maybe even
Okay.
grabbing one of the villagers that got
How
trapped.
much did I heal for last turn? Was it 16 or 18?
What?
Samara healed me.
Oh.
I just didn't see the number.
It was 18.
Yeah, 18.
Okay. So yeah, I would get up, which would be half my movement, and then I guess how far away am I from getting out of the burning building?
You can make your move to get out of the building and still have an action and a bonus action left.
Okay, so I would get out of the burning building and probably head toward. Is Zamara still in the building with me?
Yeah, she's helping get the villagers out as well. They were in the cellar. So
Okay.
they're just climbing out and she's shuffling them out the door. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Outside in the
probably-
streets,
so,
there's fighting going on.
I would definitely help getting the villagers out, and thanks, Amara. Thank you so much for helping me out there. I was in a quite the prickly situation. Let me see. And then I think I don't know where all my potions are. I thought I had some.
Probably the
My character.
bard has been pickpocketing. So that's my guess.
I just
have a
He's
regular.
got a,
kind of-
I'm
he has a
I'm
crap
just-
ton of them.
I'm incorrigible.
Okay, why is that not working?
Potion
use this.
of healing. Did you target yourself?
Probably not.
Targeting yourself. Potion of healing. Let me see if if it works for me. Yeah, it just doesn't roll dice. That's lovely. It doesn't decrement or anything. Kind of worthless.
Okay, I'll just roll.
Yep. 2d4 plus
then.
2.
I'm struggling because I can't. Hold on, give me 1 second.
You
There we go.
You reflect on the you reflect on the words of your deity, and I don't know if you as a player remember, but Ezra
Mhm.
recalls the thing he saw in his vision. It is a device that a couple of gnomes from Gnomengard created, and you guys went on a mission to retrieve.
So are you saying
I was going to
have
say, I
this
totally
current-
remember that after you said something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the moment you mentioned it, I flashback to the bomb, the grenade.
Yep. The
Number-
bomb. The dragon bomb.
a holy hand grenade?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Whatever you want it to be.
So you're saying, are you saying that I currently have it, or are you saying that I just it comes to flashes to my memory?
I think it's Ezra's the one who has it, right?
I think Ezra's ended up carrying most of the things that no one knew what to do with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I don't have anything in my.
Yeah, it's in the
Inventory.
party. It's in the party inventory, so I'm not sure.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Did it get mixed up when you updated stuff?
could have been, but it's there.
No, I think we never. I don't think we ever put it to a per.
No,
to
the
a
Gnoming
person.
Garden
We just put it
grenade
in
is.
the party.
It's in there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. That's it. Which probably means it's just in the bag of holding for now.
Yeah.
So-
Ezra has it. Or whoever.
Ezra, you're not carrying a bag of holding, though, are you?
I am.
I am not.
So I know Zith is and Ozus is, right?
No.
No, Kineas.
Yeah.
In fact, I just went to look into the backpack and it's missing stuff again. No, wait.
So I actually do have a bag of holding, and honestly, this bag is dangerous because it still has the skull in it.
Oh, you can't put a Nomagar grenade in a bag of holding. Remember?
Oh,
Oh, right.
Yeah,
We
you're right.
couldn't do that.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
so Ezra has it.
So
I think Ezra
Ezra's-
had it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Ezra, you recall, and you can take your action to sling off your backpack and root around in there to get it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do then.
Okay.
Okay, so at what point, Jim? Like I've
Mhm.
I've jumped and I've run. At what point? Because I wouldn't know that any of this is happening, right? I would be running towards where I thought Ezra fell. Would there be a point midway through that I see him like standing, though bloodied up, that I wouldn't have to go all the way to that building to find out?
Yeah. So Ezra staggers
So I'd
out
be
of the
running.
building.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see
Oh,
him
yeah.
come
Okay, so-
staggering out of the building, gets on fire, and then you see Zamara shuffling a couple of kids out with a scared mom.
Yeah. Zith would be very excited about the return of his elven sister there. But like as I'm running, like I would have jumped off the fence down, crazy jump because of the jump spell. Crazy jump down, ran, sort of hid behind a building, but not really stopped running. Keep going. See Ezra, clock that Zamara's there, and immediately turn away and start to head towards the tower. And I would try. My goal is to get in the tower and start running up the stairs as quickly as I could in the most efficient way that I
So it's 80
can.
feet up the tower, up to the base of the tower, and the tower is 80 feet tall.
Yeah.
So
So
it's you got to go around the other side and kind of go
I
up
could
that
probably get to
winding
the
path.
I could probably get into the foyer of the tower as you're describing it.
Not from where you're at now. You still have to get to
What,
the
80
base of the
feet?
tower.
80 feet would be.
So you could do about
If I use
90
my
feet total
movement-
moves, right?
Yeah, that's right.
If you
So where would that put me?
move and then dash and then bonus action dash, right?
That's right. That's right.
So that would put you basically at the base of the tower, at the base of the path that leads up to the tower,
Oh. Brutal.
which is another 80 feet to get up there. So that would be another 3, movements to get to the base of the tower.
Brutal. And he's
2 turns.
and the dragon is 160
60
feet.
feet.
up.
Yeah, basically kind of parallel with the top of the tower.
Let me just check one thing. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I didn't know it was gonna be that long.
These guys are fighting, kind of going around the tower, fighting around. And yeah, that reminds me, you aren't invisible anymore, are you?
No.
Because you cast a spell.
Damn it! I don't want to do that. Do not want to do that. Okay.
Dark up there. Hold on a second. Got to
Okay.
change.
I don't really have a great choice, but I will run, and I guess you're gonna say I'm here, and that I think is my whole turn. Pretty useless.
Stuck.
Hopefully, I'm like trying to blend into the crowd as I'm going.
The crowd's going nuts.
Yeah, like there's mayhem in the streets is what I'm hoping, and Zith would be trying to stay out of Claudielian Mater's or Ab and Death's. Try and make sure she doesn't notice me, because one shot from her, I'm fairly certain would kill me. But yeah, I will be at the bottom of the tower there, and then Jim. From where I am now, at the bottom of the path to the top of the path is how many feet? Like, and what's the elevation? Or we could do this on in my next round.
Yeah, you're down there. It's 80 feet to the base of the tower and 80 feet to the top of the tower, which
80 feet. So how much is it from like the ground up the path to the front door of the tower?
Yeah,
like how long
about
is
90
that?
feet. Yeah, about 90 feet.
So it's I thought you said it was 90 feet to the top of the tower.
No,
It's 90
80
feet just to the base,
to the base of the tower.
to where I just moved.
And the tower is 80 feet tall, but you have to go in and go up staircase that goes up and around. So it's even more
Yeah.
to
So-
get up there, right?
So from where I was with 90 feet, am I at the base of the path to the tower,
You're
or am I
at the base
or
of
am I
the path. Correct.
Got it. And
You are
from the
where your
path to the-
icon is. That's good.
and from the path to the front door is 90 feet.
Yeah.
And what's the elevation from the path to say halfway through there?
So it's
Like, how
80
many
feet
feet up am I?
We'll just say it's 80 feet up
It's
in the
80
air if
feet.
you're there. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm done.
Cool. Well, I am not doing well illuminating the map. You guys didn't say that it's all black. Is that the case for
I
everyone?
can see it. Nope.
Okay. All right. Can everyone else see the map okay?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
can see
All
it.
right, good. All right, good. Good. Then, Kineas, you're going to take a wing attack first
Okay.
before you get to move. We're going to use a legendary action.
Damn you and your legendary action.
Yeah. Okay.
Did it hit?
So in this case, the dragon beats its wings, and you must succeed a DC 23 Dex saving throw, or you're going to take 2d6 plus 8 damage, bludgeoning damage, and be knocked prone.
So, 2 questions.
Yeah.
1, can I just fail because there's no way I can do this? Maybe +0 to my dex. So I would need, what, a nat 20?
Yeah, probably.
Yes, I'll do. And 2, what does prone mean when I'm flying?
It's a good question. So if you're flying and you're knocked prone, that usually means that you are knocked to the ground, right? But when you're flying, I'll say you're knocked back quite a distance, right? So we'll say you're knocked back 15 feet or something like that, okay?
So taking 12 damage?
Yes. So you're going to take 12 damage. Oh, was
And
I
I'm
still
knocked back.
targeting you? That's funny. Sorry. And then you're knocked back a little bit, so I'm going to just move you back a little bit back here. So you're going to have to use all of your movement, basically. A movement action, right? To move back up to him.
So I would need to dash action to get there.
No, you'll be able to make it to him.
Please. Okay, am I out of range for him to attack me if I move back a little bit?
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm going to.
But
Does
I'll
not
tell you,
shield-
make a perception roll. A little freebie perception roll.
I don't see shit.
So what you don't notice is him noticing Zith down below.
Yeah, I am completely gazed on. Okay, trying to like doing some tactics in my head. Like, if I move back a little bit, will he hit?
He
So-
could certainly fly to you and hit you if he wanted to.
Mm.
So let's start with the obvious thing I'm gonna do. Then, so this is what I'm gonna do no matter what. Rune Carver. So I'm now going to take only half damage from his physical attacks.
Okay.
And again, I'm gonna roll a d20 to decide something, so ignore it. Evens, I heal. Odds, I attack. Okay. So I'm going to take the risk and target myself. And I'm going to cure wounds.
Okay. So you can take full effect because Kineas, your familiar. I don't think your familiar is gone. Is she? Did she burn up?
No, she should be fine.
Yeah, I thought
Really-
she was around town
She's
trying to
she's
stay
staying-
within 100 of you. Mhm.
Yeah, her job is to stay safe within 100 feet of me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take all 9. So, and it doesn't matter. I regain 9 hit points anyway. So let's see. I'm at 31 hit points. Now with an action, I do a bonus action. And you know what? I am gonna move. There's not much else I can do other than get right in this guy's face. And that's what I'm gonna do. So
All
that's
right.
the end of my turn.
And Jim, like I don't think Ollie's out on the board. Oh, I can't get to her to control her.
Yeah.
And I just can't. She went and flew and gave the note to the sailors, but she never came back, I guess. So I don't know
She
how you're
did
going to
come
rule
back
that. But-
right before. She did come back. I'm not sure where she is.
So she's
but-
off the map right here. She's right here, way on
Just
like
there, put back on
past the. Yeah, if you could put her back on the board, I can
Where?
roll an initiative for her if you'd like. She's over here. She's near the.
Oh, I see. Mhm.
The yeah,
I found her.
over there.
That's the last of my healing.
And I'll roll. I can't. Oh, I guess I can. I'm gonna roll initiative for her. It goes right after me. Okay. It goes before me. Incredible. Okay. Cool.
All right. So, Ozus,
Yep.
what you gonna do?
I'm gonna rinse and repeat. Let me do another. Let me see if I can get above. And that was a athletics check. 24.
Better place. Oh, that's a crit. Doesn't really do anything for skill rolls, but we'll say you climb to the top of the palisade. You managed to find good purchase, and you climb yourself up, and you pull yourself to the top. You're ready to flip over. You are on a part of the palisade where there are other soldiers, and maybe that was it too. They also, perchance, happened to give you a hand up the last bit and get you over the top of the palisade.
Now, what do I see once I get up there? I see.
Yeah, you can see almost everything. You don't see Ezra or Zamara just yet, and you don't see Zith. He's gone. But you do see the two flying up in the air. Cassius is up there, and so is Caneus.
And they're not having a good time.
Far from it.
Doesn't quite look like it. Yeah. What do you want to do?
What would you say the distance is?
It's quite a bit. So it's probably outside of a fireball. It's probably in the 300 feet to, yeah, probably 300 feet or more, or a little more. Do you have a line of sight spell?
No, I'm looking. I have my catapult spell, but I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot shorter than I thought. Well, then I need to get. I needed to get. I'm gonna aim for the tower and get and rush there.
Okay, so you just kind of jump down from the palisade and then slide down the berm
Okay,
down to the ground. That'll be your movement right there. Okay.
and that'll probably end my turn. But how close am I now to them?
Not a lot closer because you had to get down off the
Right.
fence and slide down the berm. So you're in
Okay,
town though. That's an improvement. All right, Zamara, you're up.
All right. Well,
There are a couple other fighting soldiers that have taken the family under their care so that you don't have to watch over them anymore. What do you want to do?
all right. Well, and that big dragon action is going up in the skies, right?
Yeah. So Ezra, did you fish that grenade out of your backpack?
Yes, I did. Yep.
Yep. So Zamara, you were around for that. You know what that is.
All right. I could throw that.
You may
if
not
you'd like.
remember it, like nobody remembers it, but it's there.
I'll offer to. I will offer to. I will offer to throw the grenade. Did you guys hear that at all?
Yeah.
Barely.
Okay. Is this a little
Fine by
better?
me.
Yeah, no, you're
I'd
fine.
let you take it.
All right.
But
Okay,
you
and
are
I'll
out of throwing range. Remember that dragon's 160 feet up, and
He's at 160 feet up. All right. Well, that is a bit of a problem. Um, Ezra, do you have any spells you could cast that would help get me up?
What's that?
Do you have any spells that would help get me a little close?
Don't believe I have anything movement based.
not that he can cast, but you still have the fly spell on you, Ezra.
Oh, I do. Oh. Maybe I should hold on to the grenade then. If I can fly, I can get close. It's
Right.
up to you
Or
guys.
you could always just, or you could always just give me a little boost, I suppose.
Yeah, I could carry you. Should be strong enough
All
to
right.
do that.
Then cool. Then I'll hold for Ezra.
Okay. Cool. All right, so it's Ebondeath's turn. So Ebondeath, Sith, I kind of think that you want Ebondeath to be a little bit closer, right? He's going to accommodate. He swoops down so that he's about 90 feet away from you.
Does he leave my range?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Give me 1 sec.
Do you have an attack of
Okay,
opportunity?
just be
you'd
clear,
like to
Jim.
use?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
I want to do Booming Blade.
Okay.
1 second, I'm targeting myself. That's just a problem. And push. Okay, that didn't go off for some reason. Jim, can you move him closer to me for a second? It's he's too far away. Okay, that'll work too. Let's try this again. So, oh, sorry, wrong spell. I meant Booming Blade.
So many blades to choose from.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay, it's not working. I'm just gonna try to see. So he's gonna take 5 thunder damage immediately, and I'm gonna roll a d20 because it's not letting me do anything else. And that does not hit.
Okay. So you don't bind him up.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
Yep.
And yeah,
All right.
12 or higher to hit him.
And then he
I'm
just
gonna paint the picture, Jim. There's chaos in the streets, fighting everywhere. This little tiny elf moved 90 feet towards the bottom of the thing. I would be surprised. A big dragon fighting a giant flying thing would be tracking him, but again, you do you. If you feel like he would be like, Zip is going down, fine, fair.
Yep. So he comes flying down there.
How close?
He does a little banking turn, and Kaneas just lunges forward and tries to Booming Blade, but he just whips out of the way, does a little barrel roll, and comes flying, just swooping straight down to about 90 feet above where you're at, and he just goes, and all of this death magic just ekes out of his throat, out onto the just splashing all over the street, as this heat wave looking waves of nasty death magic are coming out of his mouth. He is going to be casting his breath weapon. I'm going to target you, and we're going to use the necrotic breath. He had already charged that, and here it comes. So you're going to need to make a saving throw.
This is bad. Okay, Constitution save. Not my best. Let's see.
Well, 13 doesn't make it. You needed a DC of 37.
Shoot.
So he does 75 points of damage to you. Now, do you have any way of mitigating any of that damage?
No.
Okay. So it looks to me like you have 3 hit points left.
That's correct.
He also blasts and kills a few other people and a couple of, of the Talos cultists that are running through the street trying to kill soldiers, and just wipes out the soldiers and the cultists, and then like a few zombies just obliterate, even though they're fairly robust against necrotic damage. He wastes them anyway. All right, so with that, he swoops around and he kind of re-eyeballs Kineas again. All right. And he looks quite intent. He looks not annoyed. He's not annoyed at all. He looks like he's having fun. So we'll end his turn there. Cassius, what are you going to do? The dragon has swooped down and just blasted Kineas and some people in the street. What are you up to?
I'd like to get, if I can get within 60 feet of him.
I don't know if I think you could do that. He's at 90 feet now.
All right.
So that's 70 feet away just in altitude. But you can drop your altitude.
All right.
Yeah, so let's see. We're going to drop your altitude to 100. And so that'll put you pretty close. So, okay, what is it you want to do from here? You can get within 60 feet. You just swoop down after him.
I'm going to hit him with clouded daggers.
Oh, okay. Little tiny cloud.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
It's cool. 7 damage, but it's better than nothing. So, I'll hit him with that, and then I will bonus action disengage. So.
Okay. I would imagine, since you didn't really enter melee with him, you don't have to disengage, so you may want a bonus action like dodge or something, right?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that sounds good.
Because that'll make an attack against you at disadvantage. Won't really help you with the breath weapon, but if it swoops up towards you with claws and bites, that will help, right?
All right, I'll do that then. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. All right, so Ali is watching, concerned from trying to stay out of the way, but flying among the rooftops. All right, Ezra.
Ollie would provide the help action in the dragon, risking her life. She has flyby. She would provide help.
Sure.
And distraction to the next attack on the dragon.
Okay. All right. So instead, flying up to try to bug the dragon.
Yeah, like flying in, flapping in its face, and flying to grab the attention and flying back away.
Okay. All right.
A bit
So
out of range.
it gets up there, and the dragon then will use one of its legendary actions, and just it just reaches out and goes and just eats, and then just kind of looks dissatisfied because your owl just kind of disintegrates into pixie dust.
But is it distracted? Did it
Sure.
provide
Yeah,
the
that
help
counts.
action?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
good. All right.
Yep.
A
All
life
right,
well
so-
lived, Owly.
Yeah, there you go.
God bless you.
Take advantage of that. So, Ezra, you may now fly. What do you want to do? You can fly
So
60
I guess
feet.
how close could I get to the dragon?
You can get 60 feet closer.
How far away am I now? It says like what, 96?
A long ways away. Yeah, that's probably bigger than that. So it's probably if you
Okay.
used the measuring template to measure, then it's probably 3 times that.
The other thing too is that if we go into this tower, we're not sure it's stable.
Well, I guess how long can I fly until would be my other question.
Whenever you want.
Until you
Okay.
stop flying.
Great.
Oh,
It's an hour, I think.
I actually didn't roll. I should have done a concentration check, I guess, too, right? Because I'm the one
Yeah.
concentrating on it.
Okay, because that's 16 dice of damage to Kineas if he falls, right?
Yeah, gotta play it straight, right, guys? I do have
Oh,
advantage.
yeah.
What's the DC?
Um, oh, it's a DC 37 concentration roll, and that's what you failed. So
fuck.
it rolled it for you. Do you see
Oh,
that?
oh,
So it was a DC 37 concentration roll.
what are we doing?
Wow.
I see it.
Wow.
DC
Yeah. So
37.
you did a
Well, I mean,
you had a DC 22 Constitution saving
it was
throw
automatic.
to
Yeah.
get half damage. You took damage, so it automatically calculated the damage and said that's a DC 37 con save, and so it rolled it for you.
Ugh.
And I'm sorry
Everybody's
to say,
down.
you did roll. Oh, you rolled with advantage, and still only got.
I mean, you
15.
can't. I mean, it's a 37. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have.
You don't
There's
stand
there's
a snowball's
nothing.
chance.
There's nothing.
All right. So what this means now? Oh dear Lord, what this means now is everybody falls out of the sky.
Yep.
So
Ezra was not in the sky.
No, I was not. I was on
Sorry
the
to
ground.
say. Yeah. Ezra's not in the sky, so we're going to put you back to your 0 because that's where you were. And you were getting ready to take Zamara, so she had the holy hand grenade, and you were grabbing onto her waist so you could just lift her up and start flying with her. A dwarf carrying an elf. There's a sight. And then you just try, and there's like you're getting ready to do the whole Superman takeoff thing, and it's just like the magic just
Just
it just
nothing.
disappears.
Yeah.
It just goes it just
Nothing.
disappears. It also does the same thing to Cassius and to Kineas.
Yep.
So Cassius, your cloud of daggers, I'm gonna just say you went ahead and cast that, but as you went to go disengage, you just and you fall out of the sky, and Kineas starts falling with you.
All
So I'm
right.
gonna say you're at your 100 feet, so that's only 10 dice.
Only.
That's it. So here it comes. I think you're probably
Wait,
unconscious.
could I-
32
could I-
points.
could
Yeah.
I-
What?
That
Could I cast Featherfall on them as a reaction? I
I
can,
mean,
right?
I can do it as well.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Oh,
that's better.
okay.
Huh.
Well, Kineas can't, right?
No, but he can cast it on Kineas, I believe.
It takes a
She's up to 5
reaction,
falling creatures.
Right.
but
5
within
falling
60
creatures
feet
within
of
range.
range.
If I'm in range, I can get them. Yeah. So
Cassius should be in range of me.
Cassius is in range.
That is
Come
terribly
on.
disappointing. That is
Oh,
terribly
well, I'm
disappointing.
sorry you're disappointed, Mr. Clog.
Yeah. Mr.
Uh,
Dracolich at level 12. Okay. I'm
Right.
sad that you're sad.
So within range, a falling creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no falling damage and can land on its feet, and the spell ends for that creature.
Yeah, actually, and Cassius, I'm glad that you have that because I don't think I could cast that and
You were out of
reach you
range.
guys. So
Totally
Yep.
out of range.
God bless
Really,
you.
really out of range. All right.
Wow. So the bard saves the day for both of you. Nice.
I mean,
All right,
that's
so you're
no
gonna go-
surprise. Let's go.
All right. All right. So
That would have even gotten me down.
you're at 100 now, and you are at 40. I'm going to put you at 40. Okay. Nice. Wow. So that's pretty good. So you guys would land, and you would be over here because you wouldn't have even been able to disengage. I think you're about here. Okay, so you guys are coming down. Now, what I want you to do is a general luck kind of roll and see. Yeah, we'll see how Timora is watching over you or not.
So what, flat D20?
I will also
Just a flat
whisper a
D20.
praise to Bashaba just in case.
Very badly, I think.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
All right. So
That
Cassius,
is a good-
you definitely have luck on your side. You are actually going to land on the pathway. So I'm going to put you right there. You're about
Right.
40 feet up, or maybe even a little less because you're there. Caneus, you're going to make it. Let's see. You are currently 100 feet. So you are falling down, but you are going to hit the side of that cliff. So you'll land on your feet, but there's no way to stand there. You're going to just go continue to slide down at your feather fall rate to the bottom of that. You're
I
not
don't
going to
know
take
if it's
damage. You're still feather falling, but
I don't know if this was affecting me, but I drank a potion of climbing earlier.
I don't know. It depends on what you want to do with your action. You're still 20 feet up from the edge of the cliff. Now, you can like try to swim through the air like this, but it's probably not going to work. Feather fall just goes straight down. I mean, you could try. It'll be cute. But okay, so with that, you guys are falling down. Well, that saved the day because you would have taken. How much hit points would you have had left? You'd have been at 0 because you would have taken 37, I think.
I would have
Both
taken
of
30
you.
hit points. Yeah.
Both of you would have
we did
been.
the 32.
Yeah, so he just saved your life and his own. That's a good job. Well, quick. That was very quick. Nice. All right, so Ezra, you are not going to be flying. What is it you want to do
Yeah.
now?
So I would do like the whole like trying to fly thing, and then realize that this isn't happening.
Right, exactly. Yep.
So I'd probably run kind of behind the tower and tell Zamar like, "Hey, we gotta get to this dragon. We gotta, use that grenade." So I'd probably get closer to the tower to try and like hide behind it, but also get as close to the dragon as possible.
Okay, so you're going to run around behind the tower, just run through the streets, two of you. But you can carry Zamara since you're already planning. You just keep running.
Sure. Yeah,
All
that's what I would do. Yep.
All right. It's 60 feet. So if you dash, that's how far you'd get, roughly. I don't know, somewhere in there. And you're carrying Zamara with you, so Zamara can just keep going. You're not going to be flying, so Zamara, you've been waiting to be launched up in the air. But if you want to take some movement right now with your saved action.
Well, and then I would also, before that, I'd also say, listen, you got to get close to this dragon, so you got to be protected. And I would
here it comes.
cast Death Ward.
Do I see Ezra?
Yeah, they're running. You can see him. Yep. And you see he's holding Zamara, a Zamara doll, lifelike.
Creepy.
Heading for a dungeon somewhere. I don't know. All right. Did you cast it? Death
did, yeah.
Ward on Zamara. Good. Okay.
That'd be it.
Are you warded? Doesn't have an effect for that. So we'll just have to remember that if you get dropped to 0, you're actually gonna be at 1. You get 1 get out of jail free card. All right. Wow. Let's see. The dragon is, you're just floating down. You're just floating down. And the dragon is going to take a bite out of crime here. Let's see. He's going to try to bite you, Kineas. As he flies back. He's aiming back toward the tower. He's like gaining altitude. But before he does, he takes a swipe at you with his big old nasty teeth. And let's see if this bite works. I think that's going to hit you. Yeah.
And honestly, there's nothing I can use my reaction on, so.
Okay, but you take half damage from your rune, or is that was a one-time thing?
No, that's for 1 minute.
Oh, okay. So that's still in effect on you, right?
Yeah.
I don't see it on your. There's no effect for that, I guess.
Just tell me how. No, there should be, but just tell me how much I would have taken from the physical damage.
All right, so 18 piercing, 12 poison.
Okay, so and the poison got cut in half already, right?
Because you still are. You've taken the poison, the potion of poison, anti-poison, or whatever it is.
That'll be that. I'm a rune knight. Still rune.
Okay.
So and that brings me. Let's see, 16 for the physical, and
So you were at 31. Right? And so it took 24 off of that. So it assumed some of that already.
yeah. So
From-
it didn't count for some reason.
So it's not counting half of 18. So you're going to get 9 back. So give yourself
that's
9
what I
more
did.
hit points. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
bring me to 16.
After that. All right.
I am so
All
glad
right.
I'm a
And
rune
so he's flying up 50, 150
Wait,
feet
Question:
in the air.
Is he flying out of my range?
Yeah.
Just try this again. Bring him closer,
Uh,
please.
Did you use a reaction yet? I think you.
not- Oh yeah, I used it on his turn.
Yeah. So you don't get another one.
Yeah, darn it.
I know. Good try though. This is quick thinking. All right, Zith. It's your turn. You feel
Okay, so
just
give me the lay
gross.
of the land here. I mean, Zip is near death at this point. Where is Eben Death? I mean, I see him on the map, but like
He's flying
From-
up toward the top of the tower.
he's towards the top of the tower.
He's flying back up. He's at 150 feet now. It's 160 feet to the top of the tower.
90 and
You're 90 feet
70.
from the base of the tower, and Cassius luckily landed right on the path between you and the top and the base of the tower.
okay. I'm gonna make a mad dash into the tower. If you'll let me inside, that would be great. But that's where I would be going. I would want to be inside the tower to get some cover. I wouldn't have any movement after that. I don't know if you'll let me inside, but that is my intention.
Okay. All right. You could be just in the threshold.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that, unfortunately, is my whole turn.
All right. So as you reach the top of the tower, you do see on the other side of the tower to the right, just past where you're running up, you see Ezra carrying Zamara.
I just realized nobody used the help actions that we were given. I just realized that. I can't use them because I'm just running, but
Nobody
you guys
else
should
had
not
a
forget.
chance to.
Yeah, you guys should not forget that you have them, I guess.
Yeah.
But sorry, I'm going up and I see what on the right?
Ezra running down the street carrying
Oh
Zamara.
yeah. And Zip would be like, "What the WTF, man? What's happened? What she can run fine on her own." And I would duck
Better.
right in.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So that now comes to Kineas. Kineas,
So I am way out of range of the dragon, right?
I'd say so, unless
I-
you have a ranged weapon that you have handy.
I do. Once again, dropping the dagger, they're chained together. I will pull it out of my coat. Damn, I love having a coat of many fashions. A cloak of many fashions. Where did I put that thing? Ah, here it is. Second, let me
You'll have to, if you're going to pull a crossbow out, is that what you're going to do?
Nope, magic missile.
Okay, a wand. There you go.
120 feet. And yeah, I'm going to ignore that for the moment because I'm spinning it at 6th level, which let me just check.
Yeah,
And
there we go.
which means I only, like always, I only have one charge left.
Okay.
So let's see. You have to spell using so reach one more dart for each level.
So you cast it at 5th level, right?
No, 6.
Okay.
6 out of 7. So,
So-
that gives me 1, 2, 3.
That's 3 plus 5.
5, 6, 3 plus 6. Oh no, yeah, 3 plus 5. That's 8.
Yeah.
Plus
8.
4. And do I add more pluses to that?
It's a d4 plus 1, so just roll a d4 plus 1 for each extra. So you've already got 11 hit points for your first 3d4.
So, okay, so so there's 74 left plus.
You're going to roll 5d4, right? 5d4 plus
7d4.
5.
No, 70.
That would be 10 dice total.
Yeah, so the original one is three dice.
Huh?
No, I'm confused now. Okay, so 6 levels, so that's 6 extra d4s.
It doesn't
No,
say
it's
you
one-
can
it's one-
upcast
no,
from the
don't-
wand, though.
don't forget.
It doesn't say that.
No, you can. It's,
While holding it, you
One is-
can use an action to expend one or more of its charges. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
mhm. So, okay, so I've already spent 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's plus 6, right? 64 plus 6.
So roll 3d4 more plus 3. 3d4 plus 3. Just do that again.
3d4 plus. So that's 94, you're saying?
No. It's so when you cast magic missile,
Yeah.
it says here, second level or higher, the spell creates one more dart for each slot level above first.
Yeah,
So that's-
D4.
So you're going to do 5 total more dice, right? Because you're casting it at 6th level, which is 5 more than first level. So add 5 more dice. 5 plus 5. 5d4 plus 5.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. That will take care of the extra magic missiles. But I also get some more bonuses. Another D4 for being huge.
30.
And yeah. And let me just check Giant Smite just to make sure. I don't think I can use that though. I think that's only for melee attacks.
Which makes sense because it's a size thing. Being bigger doesn't make you shoot magic missiles harder.
That's a weapon or an unarmed once on each of your turns, one of your attacks with a weapon or an unarmed strike can deal 1d6. I mean, imagine a wand magic missile is technically a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good try, though. Good try.
Patrick. Patrick.
I'm with you. I'm with you, my man.
YouTube, don't flame him.
And yeah, that's the. And let's see. What other bonus actions can I have? That was an action. Yeah, I meant to. Yeah, that's all I can do. I mean, I don't have any more potions. Am I on the ground yet?
You will be at the end of your turn.
Okay, yeah. So once I'm at the end of my turn, I'm gonna grab onto the cliff and like just pull myself up. You know, use that potion of climbing strength. I don't know why the thing isn't popping out. Trying to get this. Whatever, it's not popping up for some reason. Sorry, guys. Let me just try
Okay.
from here.
All right. So you don't have to fall down. I'll say you don't have to fall down
There.
to the street level. You can grab on with what you've got going on there with like your bonus
I'll just-
action. Okay.
Yes, I'll pull myself up.
Mm,
Use
So-
the potion of climbing.
okay. So it'll make it much easier for you to just do your movement to get up the rest of the way. But you've landed kind of at this awkward place on this cliff that goes down the side of where this tower is on top of this rocky cliff thing. So you've stopped. You're not going to end up down on the street. You're where you're at. Perfect. Okay. So, Ozus, what do you want to do?
I see Samara and Ezra.
Yep.
And I'm gonna run over to them.
Okay. That'll be like a full-on dash to get to them,
Okay.
which means movement and
That'll-
action.
That'll be my whole turn.
You have a bonus action if you want. Yeah.
No, I don't want to use my bonus action. And I just basically I go over Rush to see how they're doing, see if they're going to need any mending. Obviously, they're going to, and to, I'll say I wish there was something that I could whip at this dragon. I got a catapult spell here. If I had like a bomb or a flame or something.
What's the range on your catapult?
90 feet.
Well, the dragon's 150 feet away, plus maybe a little bit more than that because of other distance, like just straight distance away. So dragon's up pretty high. You're gonna have to get closer somehow.
Well, I'll
Wait.
figure that somehow, but I want them to know that I've got this idea.
And then
Okay.
can I say, wait, oh shit, the Gnoming Guard bomb.
Say what?
Suddenly remember when we fought the Bone Claws the first time?
He's
It was all
breaking.
for that stupid bomb.
I can't. Who's telling me this? Kineas isn't with us, is he?
Where are you?
I'm with
Are you-
Ezra.
are you-
He's in the street. You're
Oh,
most
sorry,
all the way up the cliff. You're about 80 feet up on this rock cliff.
Sorry, I misunderstood where he was.
Are either you guys online? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, I know you.
Sorry.
Ezra, can you hear me? Samara.
Yeah,
Bert?
Okay.
I can
Do
hear
you have something do you have something if we get close that we can use?
Yeah, we got the holy hand grenade.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna have to scheme some way to get up there, and that's gonna end my whole turn.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Zamara, it's your turn.
All right.
Do we lose
Well,
them?
um,
I'm
and
just
that
wondering.
dragon is still like 100 feet or 50 feet up.
Yeah, we
Yes.
got to get up there.
Yeah, and he's flying to the top of the tower.
I mean, I guess I'll just try to get into the tower and run up that way.
Okay.
So I will, because I do have the cunning action, so I will just move, dash, and then dash again.
All right, so you're gonna have to run say in between these buildings, and then from here out of the way, Ganesh. Oof. And then
Okay.
from here, kind of run. See what I mean? Around to the base there. So that'll get you. That'll get you the distance. You're kind of at the base. Cassie is about
Oh.
halfway up this switchback trail that goes up to the base of the tower, and you probably caught a glimpse of Zith running into the tower
All right.
up before. All right. So Zamara, you're holding the Nomengard grenade, and you're running to the bottom of the whole cliff, right?
How much does that grenade weigh?
It's just a grenade.
No.
I mean, the gnomes gave it to us. It's not like a thing.
I
I
can't
mean,
imagine.
how-
I would
Just-
say, Jim, before you get any insane ideas, I'm sure that Zamara would not be running through the streets screaming, "Look at me," holding the grenade up to the dragon, right? It would just
Oh,
be
yeah.
on her person.
I'm
It
watching.
would be on her person, just walking quickly towards the bottom of the thing, acting like it just,
Dashing. Yeah.
running, speed walking.
Really, I had selected the wrong one. Zamara. Well, that's not really helpful. It's supposed to roll. It doesn't roll. Okay. Okay. All right. So, Samara, I guess that ends your turn for now.
It sure does.
Well, wait. Before we go, Samar, how much does this grenade weigh? And if we can get like 90 feet to it, I can shoot this dragon. You heard me say that, right?
Yeah. So it's I mean probably.
Yeah, but
like
he's too high
1400,
up.
Like,
Yeah, but we're gonna have to climb the tower anyway.
right.
So my next question is, how screwed up is the tower once we get inside of it?
I don't think the tower's been I mean, unless I missed something, Jim. I don't think it's like in disrepair.
No.
It's been fixed up. I don't think anything has bombed it. I don't think the dragon being on top of it has like structurally hurt it. So it's just the tower that we were in. There might be shit inside, but structurally it seems, I think, fine.
All right. So, Ebondeth lands on top of the tower again and begins to look around intently. Like in the air, just looking around, looking all around. Cassius, what do you want to do?
All right. Well, I am pretty far away from him. I think the only thing I could do is get to the tower. I start climbing up that way.
Okay, so you go inside the tower. There's a room there. You have caught up to Zith. And so we'll put you at 80 feet right now. And so if you dash, you can pass him
Mhm.
and begin to hit the stairs. The stairs are in the northwest corner of the building, and they're just like typical building stairs. They just go up and around.
Right.
Not quite a spiral staircase, but what's like you find in a lot of regular buildings.
Like the Ghostbusters climbing the. But yeah, I'm gonna just make my way up there. Other than that, I can't do anything else really.
All right.
As you pass Zith, he would encourage you, like, keep blasting him. I know he seems unkillable, but his will be down soon.
All right.
All right, Ezra, what do you want to do? Do you have anything that can reach up 160 feet?
When you're flying, you can dash, right? So you can fly 120 feet with no action. I mean, you won't have an action, but
Sure.
you can
You
do
get
that,
to-
right? Yeah.
Yeah, you
Double
can
your
keep
move
moving
speed.
again.
Yeah.
Sure.
Who's within 30 feet of me? Let me ask that question.
Well, I'm next to you, and
Nobody else.
That's it. Yeah.
Samara took off, but
All right. I was gonna use no, I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna use my channel divinity. Pretty much, I guess, just on myself at this point because I'm so low on health.
Okay.
yeah, that did be the best thing.
Is that worth it, or do you have a slot? You don't have a slot?
I don't really have any slots. That's
Yeah.
the issue.
Yeah.
So I can heal
This
myself.
is
up.
brutal. This is so brutal.
Oh, it is.
Epic. It's epic.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would just keep
So-
climbing the tower. And else.
But my new character, guys, is gonna be super fun. It's gonna be great.
I don't want to care for you. Bad.
Well, like Zip, yeah. There's many ways that this could end bad for Zip. All right, so Jim, how much would a 60 feet of movement? How close could I get running up the stairs?
2
And near
floors.
a window. I would need a window. And how far would I be
on
from,
the second floor? There are some windows. Mm-hmm.
how far would that be from Abendeth? 60 feet?
It'd still be 40 feet up.
Great. Perfect. Okay. I will do that. I'll run by Cassie, so I'll give him a little slap on the ass of encouragement, and I'm going to. We got this, buddy. But his mouth would say those words, and his face would tell a different story of like, I am gonna die. And he would stick his head out the window real quick and take a pot shot at our friend. I think you probably need to make a save. You passed the save. Was that a legendary resistance, or
Nope.
you just passed?
Nope, just passed.
Boring. Damn. Okay, well.
He
That
gives
is-
you the evil eye, and
And I pop back in. I'm not
but
giving him
you
any
notice
sight
as you
moment.
pop back in, a spectral dragon arm comes out of Ebendeth, out of the green dragon, and begins to reach up into the sky.
Okay. I don't think we have much time.
No, we don't.
All right, Kineas.
Canny. Yep.
Okay. So,
Now you can take half your
Yeah.
movement to stand.
yeah.
You're hanging. You're kind of hanging from the cliff. You can just pull yourself up, and now you're standing. That's half your movement, as if you were like
Okay.
getting up from being prone. Go ahead.
And question. Actually, two questions. One, are the ghosts still giving the help action to anyone who needs them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just tell me how
And
it's going to
how
help
far
you.
am- How far am I from Ebondeath?
80 feet.
Actually, that is better than I expected. Okay, so crossbow light. That means I actually get to roll with advantage. So advantage is alt click, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you are correct.
And it does not help.
You couldn't even hit yourself with that, apparently.
He tried. He tried.
All right. Anything else you're going to do? You've used a movement. You have half a move left, and you have a bonus action, maybe.
And I'll start moving closer to the tower. Get ready to climb it, King Kong style.
Ah,
Love it.
Hopefully with that-
That's
King
dope.
Kong style.
Do it.
I like it.
That's awesome.
Nice. Nice.
Like Gangnam Style, but King Kong.
All right. So you grab onto the outside of the tower, and you're like reaching, grabbing the stone masonry is like crushing a little bit underneath your each grip. All right, Ozus. Down below, you see Monkey Man starting to climb the tower, the phallic symbol of the town. And what do you do?
Well, I'm with Ezra right now, so I guess the two of us are heading. We're going inside the tower, correct?
You're quite a ways from there. You got to run through the buildings all the way to where the pathway is that goes up. Remember, it's an 80-foot climb just to get to the plateau that the tower is built on.
Yeah, I know. So, and Ezra's with me,
it's-
correct?
And it's twice that. Just yeah. So you guys are kind of hanging out together there. If you've got something that can reach 160 to 200 feet in the air, then you're good to go. But if you don't,
No, we gotta help
probably
each
got
other
to get
get in.
closer. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta. So I'm gonna assist him and help him, and I are gonna get into the tower, correct?
Well, you're going
I'm
to
looking-
try. So if you're going to do that, then you can
yeah.
run down toward. You can make it about halfway. You're not a rogue that can like triple their movement. So you guys,
Right.
Ezra's not moving. He did a healing. So you're kind of halfway to the tower, and Ezra is kind of behind it still.
Yep,
All right.
and that's what I'm doing then. Yep.
All right, you're halfway to the bottom of the tower. All right.
Okay.
Gotcha. All right. Zamara, you are at the base of the path that leads to the base of the tower. Kurt?
Oh, sorry.
there you
Yes.
go.
I just step away to grab something. What's up?
Yeah, no worries. So you are at the bottom of the cliff that has a path that goes up to the base of the tower. I believe your character may or may not have been to the House of Thalivar already. I think you were. Yep. So,
Possibly, yeah.
yep.
All right, then I'll move in.
So you can go about 90 feet, right? Is that your triple movement?
Yep.
Okay, so that
Pretty
put you
much.
right at the door of the tower. You see Cassius inside, who can relay that Zith is already up the stairs. Put you at 80. All right. Caneus is right next to where you are, so I'm going to give actually Caneus. I'm going to say he's like maybe 95 feet up. Okay. He's climbing the outside of the tower. You could alley-oop if you thought he could throw straight. All right. The dragon. The dragon, Caneus, you see Ebondeath as he reaches, and his spectral dragon hand reaches up into the ether and kind of just vanishes, like from being ghostly already to being nothing. And he pulls it back down, and it has the ruin stone in it. A spectral vision of the ruin stone in his clawed, skeletal spectral hand.
No.
With that, he looks at you and he's just dripping. He's drooling black ichor from his mouth. And he just goes, "It's mine!" And with that, he kicks off the tower.
Oh,
And the tower begins to crumble under the
Dude.
weight of his kick. All right, so Kineas, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Zith, I don't know what the hell you're going to do. You can make a dexterity saving throw and I'll maybe give the option of diving back out the window. I don't know, it's up to you. Or you can ride the tower. He's knocking it over. All right. So that's enough. You can choose to like slide out the window and down because he's tipping it to the northeast. He's kicking back toward the south. So he's knocking it more toward the northeast, like almost right
I'm
down
40
on top of Ezra.
I'm 40 feet from the ground, right, or from the landing.
Yeah. So I'll let if you go ahead.
Can I break through a window and can I see Zip and the others?
No, you can't. You're on the outside when this happens. You really can't. And those windows that are on your side, you're not even up that high. You're up 15 feet. So he's up 40 feet. So you're like one floor up. You're starting to climb. And so it's not going to be a big deal for you to, you're going to be able to just keep your feet. If you want to just jump down, you can keep your feet while the tower falls. It's Cassius needs to make a saving throw. Zamar needs to make a saving throw. Just regular dex save like DC 13. Not a biggie. You guys are on the ground floor, even though it's 80 feet up. You're on the ground floor of this building that's falling over. So your job is to dodge rubble, really. Yep, no problem for you. That was plenty of a good roll. And Zamara, a dexterity saving throw. Zith, you can mitigate the damage you would take if you jump out the window and kind of tumble or slide down the side of the building while it teeters over to try to land still on top of this plateau cliff face. And that will good. Okay. That worked. So you can land on the plateau, Zith, and take half your damage. So that's what, 2 dice
I would be
instead of
dead.
4. You might
I'm
might
dead.
fall unconscious if you do that. Yep.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Better than taking full damage, but it's possible for you to roll snake eyes and still have 1 hit point.
I owe what, 2
2d6.
D6s?
Yeah, roll 2d6 and apply that damage. Drop you to 0. Almost.
Bam.
All right.
Bam.
So rolled a 6 and a 1 instead of a 1 and a 1. All right. So you fall unconscious to the ground on the top of the plateau. Ebondeath and as he flaps his wings, you see the green leathery wings of the green dragon, but also these bony wings, kind of just spectral flapping kind of with it, just a little bit out of sync as he's manipulating the green dragon. And then he just flies off toward the Mirror of Dead Men
Oh.
with the Ruin Stone.
Oh. Damn it.
We can't get like a reaction shot off. I mean, there would be nothing mechanically that would make sense, but
You could
theater of the mind
like,
style.
he's still just flying away, so his kickoff and all, he'll be he's like at 300 feet.
Yeah. And I got 1 move. It's not great.
Okay, before you hit the ground and fall unconscious.
Oh right, I'm unconscious. I can't do that. I forgot about that. Yeah.
So Cassius, you can run out of the building if you made your save. I think you did it famously.
Yeah, I did. So I will.
So you just run back out onto this little kind of balcony area, and you're fine as you just look up and the building is falling over, just leaving dust trails and all as it begins to just crumble into all the masonry that is just brand newly built and is just crumbling and falling over right on top of Ezra almost. Ezra, you need to make a save just to stop running the way you're running and run the other way as you see it coming down. Let's see if you can just escape it falling down that way towards you.
What type of
Oz's,
save
I
was
think, dexterity. And Oz's, you can make a dex save. It's very easy up. You've got that no problem, Ezra. You're starting to run after Ezra, and you quickly do this little 180 while you're just still running. Doot, doot, doot. You just run the other way as the building just lands.
I rolled a 5.
All right. So you're just going to catch, I'm going to give you a d6 of just debris damage. So you're going to catch some loose rocks and they tumble away as it hits the ground. It just kind of slides, tumbles down the cliff wall and that sort of thing as the whole tower just crashes and falls down.
I took 3. Okay.
All right. Okay. Then Zamara, you made your save, right? So you,
I did.
yep, by
Yeah,
quite a
that's,
bit. So
like a 20 something.
yeah, the whole building comes down and Zith is sliding down the outside of the building and he hits the ground and it's like, oh, it was just too much for him. And he just falls to the ground unconscious. He looks like he's in bad shape because he also accepted a great deal of necrotic damage from the dragon's breath.
Jim, can I see this?
Yes.
Okay. And are we in free action now, or?
Yes, there is. For the moment, you are.
And then I'm going to run over to Zid as I'm probably actively shrinking at the moment to just normal large.
He's gonna make one death save, which isn't enough to bend or break unless he rolls a 1, and then we'll see.
You want me to make a death save?
Make a single death save and see if.
Is that a special thing from my
on your character sheet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there is a death save.
Where are the death saves? I see exhaustion. Do you guys know where the death saves are?
No, I think you can do it on. I think it was on this new sheet. It's in a different place, isn't it? So, exhaustion.
I see exhaustion. I don't see death save.
It is not easy to see, is it? No, I don't see it either.
I don't see it. I'll just roll a 20. Yep.
Yeah, just roll a d20.
Yep. Yes, sir. That's not going to do her.
Nope. Okay, so you fail a death save, and then Kineas, are you going to give him your...
Oh, what happened to the Swords of
You have a potion?
Leolon? Like, are they gone?
Yeah, so when the tower crumbles, it causes them to kind of get pulled away as well, because that was their link to the planet.
Got it.
And so they kind of wisp away into nothingness and disappear.
Kanesh, you're gonna have to give that to me. I have potions. I'm unconscious. So you just gotta administer it.
Oh yeah, you could do it yourself. Sorry.
Oh, I mean, I could roll it myself if that's
He's
cool.
TKO. You can roll the dice if you
yeah.
want, but he's gonna take his action to administer it to you.
There you go. My damage is 6.
right.
So I'm up. For some reason, it says
Regular
9. I don't know why that
Yeah,
is.
you should have
but-
another 2d4 of healing. +2. if you remember
Yeah,
right.
that's 6. I don't think
Only rolled
it took me. I don't think it took me down to dead. So I'm gonna do this.
No, you rolled 2d4 +2. You rolled a 3, a 1, +2.
Yeah, but I gave him a potion of greater healing, not regular.
Oh, it says potion of healing. So
Oh yeah.
So,
So-
another 6 points to make you.
Thank you. 11. So he's up. He probably just the last thing he remembers is jumping out of the building. Death took off, and he wakes up and he looks just as depressed as he was dead.
yeah, as you see
Fuck.
Death flying into the clouds and the mist headed south into the Mirror of Dead Men. Your death saves, by the way, I found them. They're directly under your portrait. Underneath your hit dice, there's a little skull. And it drops down a hidden tray. And then you click on the skull.
Oh, there.
Death
Okay,
saving
cool.
throw.
Yeah.
Cool if you know where to look. I had to poke around
Yeah.
while you guys were messing around.
I was just you do not need to. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. No, that's good. That's good to know. Okay. Well, they have it. Our time is limited. The only insurance that we've bought, unless I'm getting this wrong, Jim, or remembering this wrong, is they can use it once, and then I will be no longer. But also, the runestone will be no longer. Is
They can't use it
the way I
once.
remember it.
They can't even
Yeah,
use
they-
it once. If they try to use it without
if they
killing
try
you
to use it.
first,
Yeah.
they may not know that.
Yeah.
They probably don't know
It-
that.
Doesn't come with instructions that says, by the way, if this has been bound to the soul of another creature, that creature
Unlike
will
the
be removed from
Nomengard
existence.
bomb that said, "Do not put it in any extra
Right.
dimensional space."
That had instructions, exactly right.
Yeah, that did
came
have
with
instructions.
instructions.
Well, I would tell the
Indeed.
guys and Cassius and Zamara. I don't think Zamara was around for this either, to be frank. I would explain what just happened. I would explain the insurance policy that we have, but that this is we are in dire straits. Death has just started her tyranny of the coast, and she's about to get a lot more support from who I believe is probably Uluran Mortis. And we fought valiantly at Leyland Lads, but the bad guys took the day, unfortunately.
Well, is the battle?
Very
Oh,
true.
the battle's not over, right?
No, so what's happening is let me kind of wrap up the
dragon's
what
gone.
you see.
War's still
The
going
dragon is gone, right? And so, as Death departs with the ruin stone, you see is it a baleful horn sounds over the town, and the undead begin to shamble back into the marsh. As they withdraw, you spot a black-robed figure on a skeletal horse watching the town from a nearby hilltop.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? A baleful horn, and then
A
what?
baleful horn sounds over the town, and the undead
Yeah.
begin to shamble back into the marsh.
Mm.
The storm cultists have been beat back by the undead as well. But now the undead are retreating from the town, leaving a few survivors, a fraction. You've been decimated, right?
Yeah.
Your troops have been decimated.
Right.
But they're there. They still exist. But they're maybe a tenth to the 20% of what they used to be as they were being overrun and trying to flee the town.
Did you say that we saw the undead and the Talos cultists fighting?
Oh, yeah.
They don't work
Yeah,
together.
absolutely. the dragon was blasting. The cultists had taken over the town square, and the dragon had flown in there and just wasted them all.
And Fairlight Stormsworn, she was the one we had a choice between the dragon and her, right? Was that who we had the choice of? She was on the hill, and we had a choice to take on the dragon and go into town, or go take her on.
Right.
Was that Fairlight Stormsworn?
Yes. Yep.
And she is related to the Talos cultists or something
Correct.
else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it.
So as the undead withdraw, you see a black-robed figure on a skeletal horse, right off a Molly Hatchet album cover. Watching the town from a nearby hilltop.
And do we recognize that being?
Looks like he's in charge.
Fool around.
Is he looking at us?
But do I recognize him? Like, I know him. Like,
You
does he
can't
look
make
the
out-
same, or?
You just make out he's a robed figure on a back of a
I see.
skeletal
Got it.
horse.
Is he 90 feet away?
Too far away. He's too far away. He's outside of town. So like if you look at this town of Leylon and you look all the way to like the southeast corner,
Yep.
there is a little hill over there. We'll just say that's the hill that he's on. I think you buried somebody over there. I might be misremembering.
Are you talking about this up here on the top?
No,
right?
down in the bottom right. Oh, there isn't a hill you can see there. It's just, there is a hill, but it's off the map, just barely.
Well, so we're losing the mirror of Deadman. It's basically they're taking it over.
They're retreating back into it. Yeah.
That's home.
So well,
base.
it might be, but so if we go here now, can we hook up with the lizard men chieftain? He should be still there fighting.
Yes, but again, their numbers have been reduced a lot too. There's been a lot of attrition.
Right.
By your estimation, there has been probably really close to, I wrote notes here. There were about 800 undead forces and 400 cultists total.
Okay.
So you guys were helping a lot while these guys tried to shift their numbers around to take over while you were, keeping them at bay and stuff like that. But these soldiers were outnumbered. You had 250 soldiers that were already stationed there. And then I think more came down as well, or at least were on. Oh, they came on the ship with you, right?
Yes.
So we held the line.
Another 25 or so.
Yeah.
So you had about 275 soldiers plus maybe 100 townspeople that could fight. So if it was against the cultists of Talos, you'd have been outnumbered because they were throwing lightning bolts. But add 800 more ghouls, ghast, and zombies on top of that. And you've got bone claws and whatnot. They were causing trouble. Also, Fairlight sent down some dragon humanoids as well. So there was a lot of enemy forces were winning until the dragon showed up, and things didn't go so well from there. But as you watch, you see the skeletal horse get prodded by its rider, and it just begins to trot down off of the hill to the other side where you can no longer see. Even from your vantage point at the 80-foot plateau where you're at, that's the best you could see. the rain subsides, leaving just a soggy, destroyed mess of a town.
How are the people handling it? Other than being upset, are they angry at seeing us?
No, they're glad that the enemy left. They see they don't particularly see you as being the reason that they left, but that maybe they came for what they came for. Like they got what they came for, and they left. Now, the Talos cultists did the most damage to structures, to general destruction of this place. They were there to level the town. They wanted to sack the whole town.
Uh-huh.
And so they have obviously did not succeed, but there is a definite relief that the battle is over and the mourning begins as they start to gather their dead loved ones, soldiers that deserve an honorable burial, etc.
As we limp towards our house, assuming it's still standing, Zith would be helping where he could, but you know,
Yeah.
he
So I
would
think-
know
All right.
that without a rest, he and the Stormbreakers are useless at this point.
You head down the pathway back to street level, and as you walk around, excuse me, to the other side of where the tower once stood, you see the corner shop that used to be the Aubrey's shop of peculiarities. It is next to the place that burnt that Ezra landed into, but it looks like it was never restored.
You know, I saw Aubrey among the ghosts of Leylon.
So
Yeah.
basically, they just cleaned up and opened up shop again.
Like it was never fixed up like most of the rest of the town was.
Aubrey
It's
shop.
in Aubrey's, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's still a sacked, ruined building. Not from the battle. From
Yep.
well before.
Yep. Zith would, I mean, it's time for us to all go home and mend our wounds, but before we head back out for whatever the next day holds, Zith would go back there and see if he could figure out what magic held the place and if there's anything left.
Sure.
As Aubrey, he saw Aubrey as a loser, charlatan, terrible, non-helpful salesman. And then he saw him as a sword of Leylon and realized he was hiding his power in plain sight.
Yeah. So it looks like, and as you are walking by, as Yoram actually is coming the other way, and he looks at you and he says, "Whoa. Sorry things happened the way they happened. But at least there are townspeople still living.
Hmm.
The place is not completely ruined." Why are you spending your time in this old place?
Oh, in Aubrey's?
Yeah.
I would tell Hazuram what we saw and my Zith's experience with Aubrey before that, and and I would, try and make a long story short, but tell him that we were fighting the dragon. We did see the swords of Leylon, who were protecting the rune stone, and right as the dragon came to town, Aubrey joined his old friends, the other swords of Leylon, and valiantly trying to battle the dragon back and help us, albeit
I guess-
unsuccessfully.
I guess that dragon must have rang your bell, but good.
I
This
mean,
is-
look
this
at me.
There's never been a shop here.
Oh. I turn around to the guys. Well, not all of the guys, but Kineas and Ozus, and Ezra too, I think. Like, wait, you guys have been into the shop, right?
Yeah, lots.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
we got that what was
That's
it?
where I bought my shitty key or whatever that was. I have a necklace. I'd show him the necklace I have from Aubrey. He gave me this. And now I look at it again, and it's been in my bag. I haven't really. I did a magic check on it, and nothing was happening. But he gave me a dragon necklace. But I did identify, and it wasn't anything. But I said he gave me this. He was a real man, and this was a real store.
There's never been anyone here named Aubrey.
Well, we need to get some sleep. And how have your men done?
You need to get a lot of
Norm,
sleep.
they fought valiantly. How many did you lose?
Lost most of them.
Oh,
There's a solid few left, but time now to mend our wounds and mend our town again if we can. Hopefully, there's no reason for them to ever return here.
oh, they're coming back.
And then he goes, well, hopefully not tonight. We all need sleep.
Yeah, hopefully not tonight.
He walks off down the street. You look at the necklace in your hand, and you kind of step inside this ruined building. It's missing most of its roof. One of the walls is used to have a window as part of it. Now it's just this giant, gaping hole inside of one wall. And you look around, kind of kick through some of the rubble that's in here. It's been here a long time. This building is... No one bothered to touch it during the attack on the city. For what point would there have been? And as you turn to begin to leave, you look over at what used to be a counter that Aubrey would sit behind and engage you in conversation. The counter is decayed. The wood's all, just broken away, leaving just little fragments. But behind it is a triptych. 3 swords of Leylon pictured on it. Each the ghosts that tried to help you against the dragon. It was just too much for you today. All right, guys.
So
I think that's going to wrap up our adventure for tonight, but we can take questions and get your thoughts and so forth. You've survived the Battle of
Should we
Layla.
get off of the YouTube?
We can. Yep.
Okay,
All right,
people.
guys.
Enjoy.
Let's say goodbye. Let's say goodbye to everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
you two.
All right, well, tune in next week while we pick up the pieces here in Leylon and decide what to do next. We will talk to you guys next week. See you then. Bye now.